All right, it's another episode of The Big Three. Biggest shocker of the week. I still am stunned by this, Will West. Bob Stoops hanging it up, retiring at 56 years old after 18 seasons with the Oklahoma Sooners.
It's more shocking to me that Lincoln Riley is the head coach there. Stoops has always been a guy that said, I don't make my assistants be there early in the mornings, let them take their kids to school. Family's been huge to him. His dad died as a coach at a younger age than what he is right now of a heart attack. So I could see Stoops walking away. What's shocking to me is a big job like Oklahoma, and you hire Lincoln Riley at 33 years old to be the new head coach there. And 2 years ago, he was the offensive coordinator at East Carolina, and he goes,
He was a Pirate.
years, from East Carolina to being the head coach at Oklahoma, that ain't bad.
Yeah, just goes to show anything is possible, like Halloran says. My question is, is it a situation like Luke Fickell was in at Ohio State? Is it really he's just the interim until some bigger name comes available because this is bad timing, or is this Lincoln Riley's true job?
I can't help but wonder if this isn't a Jim Calhoun, Kevin Ollie situation where you leave at the time that you do because you know the school can't find a replacement for him legitimately, so they have no choice but to hire your assistant.
I like that. Bo Ryan also pulled that one too with Greg Gard. All right, moving on. The Warriors. We've seen some amazing assemblages of talent in the NBA before. Are they poised? If they go 16-0, are they the greatest team ever assembled?
I wouldn't say they're the greatest team ever assembled, but they're in the conversation with the other two that people bring up. The 86 Celtics, where Bill Walton came off of the bench, the 96 Bulls. I think that they're immediately in the conversation. Depending on which era you want to judge is better, you would go with that. I don't know that you've seen a better duo on one NBA team, and maybe a better big three on an NBA team, no pun intended.
Yeah, they're definitely beating out the other big three right now, that's for sure. Okay, and the Preds. I'm not going to ask you if they're going to win, such and such game. I'm asking you the big enchilada question. Are they going to win the Stanley Cup?
I think they are. The biggest reason is they've outplayed the Penguins for most of these games. Outside of 15 minutes, they've been the better teams, and 3 of those minutes was in Game 4. So they've been the better team for the majority of the series. Yep. Pekka Rinne has finally chilled out a little bit, and the nerves don't seem to be getting to him. So if he can continue to play well in Pittsburgh, I also wonder about Murray. A lot of talk about, do they put Marc-Andre Fleury back in instead of Matt Murray? I think that's a bigger issue right now for Pittsburgh than it is for Nashville, so Nashville gets the win.
All right, I'm going with the fang fingers. Go Preds. No, totally just jumping on the bandwagon. It's actually the fever. I got the fever. I need some more cowbell. Okay, extra credit question. Now, this is a bad situation. Luckily, no one was killed, okay?
Yes.
So that's why we're addressing it here. Derek Fisher gets a DUI because he actually drove off the side of the road in California, flipped his vehicle. We find out... You know this, rewind 10 months. He's dating Matt Barnes' ex-wife, okay?
Yes.
We find out now that the car is actually registered to Matt Barnes. My question is, does Matt Barnes need to just go check Derek Fisher for flipping his car? The stars say no.
Ooh,
Will,
look at that.
What say you?
Okay, there's a level of maturity there with the Magic 8 Ball that I...
that I don't possess.
I don't possess.
That's why we ask the expert.
I respect it. Look, if you're Matt Barnes, there's part of me as a man that says you have a moral responsibility to toss this guy a beating in the parking lot. But on the other hand, you got to be a grown-up. You can't necessarily just go toss Derek Fisher a beating right there because you end up in prison, and he's got your car, and he's got your wife. Nobody needs that.
Yeah. You talk about a whole lot of drama. They could be on the next episode of like the Kardashians or something.
SummerSlam. Vince McMahon, get on this.
All right. That's going to wrap it up for us on the Big Three. We'll be back next week.